Greetings, everyone. Welcome to my studio. My name is Akpomyemye Erijaro. If this is your first time, you're most welcome. If you're returning, even better. It is fantastic to have you here today for another session in my world of nothing but paintings, and paintings. Today, I'm going to talk to you now about this colorful piece here. This piece, it's something I did a while ago, and it's something that, well, my paintings, they always give me a sense of joy and excitement, and I cannot wait to share some of this experience with you. Hence, I'm going to talk about this painting today. And with the aid of this painting, I'll use this as a vehicle to dive into a little bit of African symbolism and spirituality. But I won't be too deep because, I'm not an expert when it comes to spiritual matters, but a sneak preview at what it was like in the ancient times. This is when Kemet was the center of gravity. Kemet, mind you, it's not Egypt. It's Kemet when it was Kemet thousands of years ago before it became Egypt. So you can call it ancient Egypt, but I prefer to use the word Kemet because if you go back in time and say, you're looking for a place called Egypt, trust me, you will be lost. Nobody can help you because not until the Greeks came, there was no such thing as Egypt. That was thanks to Alexander. Anyway, today it's not about the Greeks, but it's about the Kemetians. And this is the vehicle with which we're going to talk about a little bit about Kemet today. And is this piece here? This is quite you agree with me where it is my style, colorful paintings. I like my paintings to be very colorful and vibrant. Yeah, so this is the venue through which I'm going to talk about this today. This painting, by the way, it measures only 80 by 100 centimeters. My paintings usually are quite large. There's something about paintings that I like my paintings to be quite big actually. But somebody was telling me the other day, oh, I probably try to make some. Anyway, I'm going to do a few small paintings in the future, but this is, in my world, this is a small painting, small size, because I like to go quite big when it comes to painting. I find it quite easier. Anyway, not so easy, but more enjoyable. I like that big flow of colors. So this is something like that. This is quite sizable. Like I say, 80 by 100 centimeters. So that is quite sizable. And it was done in Acrylics. Now, if I say through this paint, we're going to talk a little bit about Egypt. If you someone that takes interest in ancient Egypt, which I like to call Kemet, ancient Kemet, which was the original name, you will immediately spot the Kemetic influence in this piece. And but if you're not that way inclined, give me the pleasure of introducing you to this piece here. This is called the Ankh. Ankh. A-N-K-H. A-N-K-H. It's called the Ankh. Now, if you look at this Ankh, it looks a bit like a cross, but it is not a cross. So lots of people make that mistake thinking people think, oh, this is kind of a kind of cross done with a little bit of flair to it. No. This is different. It is not. The ancient Kemetans, they actually had a cross, but the cross they had was of the horizontal and vertical. They were all of 4 equal lengths. But this now, it's called the Ankh. Like when you see this now, if I might just describe it a little bit to you, it's you see this loop here. This one represents the womb, the feminine energy, if you like. So it represents the womb, the feminine energy, and this one here, the vertical shaft here, this represents the male phallus. Back then, it used to be kind of they were quite big in phallic worship. So this represents the male phallus, the masculine energy, the generative force of man. This is what this represents. And then vertically here, you see this horizontal angle here. This one, it represents open arms, because the ancient Kemetians, they were quite big. They see the duality of everything, really. Everything negative, positive, heaven and earth, the spiritual, the physical, the male, the female. So with the Kemetians, it was always about balance, Man, man is always trying to find balance in life. They try to find the equilibrium. That's what it was all about. And the ancient Kemetians, they were quite good at this. They did through because they were very keen on the afterlife. So they did a lot of things you did in this world is you counterbalance it with the hereafter. So that was what the ancient Kemetians were quite big on, and they gave us lots of symbols, which you'll be surprised you still see them many around in the world today. But many people are not quite aware of some of these symbols. If we just digress, one of the most popular symbols of ancient Kemet is the American dollar. I think about go on here. The American, the one dollar bill of the Americans. That's it there. That's it there. You can see. I hope you can see it very well though. It's there. That's the eye of Horus, the all-seeing eye of Horus. This is dollar. Somebody gave this to me. I was at an African party the other day. Oops, this is not for no. I was at a Nigerian function the other day, and somebody, as to do in Nigeria, they spray money, So somebody sprayed me this. So anyway, this is you see this in the American currency, the $1 bill, and that is from ancient Kemet. The ancient Kemetians, I think that was through the help of, we can credit that to Benjamin Barnacle, that African American that greatly influenced the whole architectural layout of Washington D.C. If you understand Washington D.C. very well, it was the layout of Washington D.C. when the founders tried to put this together. Benjamin Barnacle was one of those that was called upon to give the layout of the U.S. Capitol, and he greatly brought in a great deal of influence of ancient Kemet because of these things. They're very symbolic, be it numbers, be it sculptures. They're very symbolic. Without going to Washington, the whole thing with the American capital and all that, but if you're an American or you want to know more about this, there's a fantastic author, master teacher, Anthony Browder. He wrote a book called Egypt on the Potomac. Egypt on the Potomac is a book where he tells you a lot about he takes you right through the American capital really, and he shows you how American capital layout was greatly influenced by the symbols from ancient Kemet. And it's apart from even, I won't dwell too much on that. I'll just ask you to please look at Anthony Browder's book, Egypt on the Potomac, and you get lots from there. So back to this now. You see this Ankh, this young lady's putting on there. It's something that you see when you go into Kemetic practices back then. The naturalists, they're always holding the Ankh with wish, because what the Ankh does, the Ankh, it symbolizes the continuity of life. Life is a continuum. There is no beginning, there is no end. Life is just one continuous circle, and that is what the ancient. And this, by the way, mind you, this we say it goes back 5,000 years, but even saying 5,000 years, that is I really believe that is not really accurate, because the fact of the matter is nobody really knows how old the Kemetic civilization really, because if you think about it, right, with the Kemetians, when they came, because even in Kemet 5,000 years ago, the Kemetians were saying they came from an ancient people. So when we study ancient Kemet today, that was how scholars back then in ancient Kemet were also studied ancient Kemet. And if you take this, because I was showing you the eye of Horus just now. Eye of Horus is just above the pyramid there. And if you can even just use the pyramid as your own reference point and look at it properly, the amount of centuries it must have taken these people to study deeply, address their mind to mysticism, to spirituality, and to come up with the concept of the pyramid, and then to actually construct the pyramid. It's just mind-boggling. So we said the Great Pyramids of Giza, we say, oh, 5,000 years ago, but that was the date when it was constructed. But I'm inviting you to please take a moment to consider how long it would have taken them for man to come to that understanding the cosmos. Yeah, the cosmos. I say the cosmos because the Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, that pyramid there, the Great Pyramid of Giza, you know, the three of them, they are actually in line with the Orion's belt. So it's incredible to think that these people, they had that understanding and to have the ability to lay these great pyramids to be directly aligned with Orion's belt. It's incredible. Oh, let's not go through the cosmology of Orion's belt. Many people don't not interested in cosmology like that. We don't know it, but the Orion's belt it's the stars from there religions developed, and with some people tied to the three wise men. No, let's not go into that. But let's come back to Kemet. Yeah? So this symbol is something you see today. It's not a fashion accessory actually. You see lots of people wear it in different parts of the world. Really, it's in jewelry. The people do it they carve it in, even sailors, they carve it on bows. It's everywhere, because this is one thing that people think, people that understand these things properly, well, even those that don't understand even too well, they come to see it as something that connects the vital force. It keeps them connected with the vital force of the universe. So that's what this whole thing about. And it's one of those symbols that I really think it's only one, by the way. There are other many symbols. I got a book here on ancient Egypt. They call it ancient Egypt. So when you have this book is by LORNA and LUCIA. It's a great book actually. You will get lots of ancient symbols from ancient Kemet, what they represent, and how these people value, how these people came about it. And it's incredible, right, that these symbols from ancient times has come to stay over thousands of years since. Unfortunately, many of these symbols that came from ancient Kemet, it's something that we have sometimes we've lost the meaning of it, but thanks to people, the Rosetta Stone really, which was discovered by Champollion. I don't speak of Champollion. That's Champollion, yeah, the Frenchman that discovered it, and that's the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone is actually now in the British Museum. It's the centerpiece of one of the major exhibits of the British Museum. You go to the British Museum, you see Rosetta Stone. With the help of the Rosetta Stone, chematologists, they've been able to understand the hieroglyphics better, and with these hieroglyphics now, they explain to us what many of these symbols from ancient Kemet really are, and how they have some of these things from ancient Kemet. It's incredible how they've spread all over the world. And Sheikh Anta Diop wrote what is his book again? Civilization of Barbarism and Ancient Egypt, Myth or Reality. Oh, I've got, I think that's the title. Got it upstairs. And he with the help of Sheikh Anta Diop, you can tell, you can trace how this civilization of the ancient Kemetians has greatly influenced the world. Apart from even Sheikh Anta Diop, Yosef Ben Akin actually wrote a great book which he called ancient Egypt, I think, mother of all Western or modern religions, something like that. But one of the great books I already think, if you want to get deep into all these things, which I find quite authoritative, this is a book by MASSEY. GERALD MASSEY is called Ancient Egypt, Light of the World. Wow, this book is I mean, all religions in the world, when you see all religions in the world, you can see how all religions of the world being greatly influenced by ancient Kemet. And this was before. This was when man was very, very spiritually conscious. Today is all religion. And I think with religion, we've come to lose a great deal of what spirituality is all about, and how that was used to really elevate consciousness of man when man was at his highest. I think I really believe, apart from the physical, when I talk of the works like the pyramids and the hierarchy, which many call the Sphinx, those kind of achievements on the spiritual level, on the societal level. I mean, when man was at peace and harmony with his environment. I mean, I think we've not really got to that yet, and it's incredible. It's all been destroyed because of thanks to religion. But you know, we've lost a great deal of it, but you can still get a lot more if you bother to dive into some of all these things. There's another book here too. Oh, this is fantastic. This is spirit. We'll talk of the negative consequences of religion. I think that's him. He's a great African American writer by the name of Professor KABA, KAMENE. That's him. This book is called Spirituality Before Religion. Again, to what KABA is one of those people that really goes deep when he's big on cosmology, you know. So when he ties all these things together, gives you understanding of how man used to live before we have we came to have organized religion, in whatever form you want to call it, you know. How organized religion today has greatly diluted or our understanding of this world far bigger than us. What is contained in man's relationship to each other, and man's relationship to his environment. So it's this is a great book, really, if you want to go, you know, behind all the fluff of religiosity, you know. It's a great book. Christianity and Spirituality Before Religions. When you say before religions, talking of all world religions, so many religions in the world, but before then, and the society to whom we can really attribute this spirituality, man's consciousness, because when you consider it, from the beginning of time, man has always been preoccupied with just one thing. What is the cause of the phenomenon of life? What makes things happen? How is everything connected? What makes it rain? What brings the sun out? Where does the sun go? What brings the moon out? The understanding of the universe, understanding of the. I mean, it's another great, when it comes to all this cosmology. Another great writer that you might want to look. Any of his books, really. So I won't give you a title, but any of his books is Dr. Charles Finch. Dr. Charles Finch is an African American author. He's also great when it comes to explaining some of all these things. Anyway, let's not go too deep into all that, but I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this. And this is, it's all beautiful, all colorful painting, but for me, the central issue about this painting is the Ankh. I just wanted to, I've done a painting of the Ankh before, but I just love the Ankh. That's how we do on that painting about this great symbol that ancient Kemetans gave us. And it's one of those symbols, because it's about continuity of life. Even early Christianity, they also adopted it as well. That we talked about Asians now, and then when the early Christians, they also use, this was also used to represent the Christ figure, because it is the continuity of life. Life is never ending. Even in my own culture, Oromo culture, we say nobody really dies. That is because we believe in the continuum of life. Life goes on and on and on and on. It's a big circle. Don't be limited by the physical. It goes beyond. But anyway, so that's it about this painting, really. I hope you like it. It's called The Lady with the Ankh. Beautiful smile and colorful. Anyway, so that's it for today. I just thought I would just share this with you, and I hope you like the painting, and you will be persuaded to look into some of these titles I just mentioned. And broadening the mind. It's all about learning. So once again, my name is Ankh Kemetic Symbolism, and it's been fantastic sharing today with you. Thank you.